How y'all doing? Getting ready to do this program, A Job Who Speaks. And talk about a few things. Good to see that Naomi Osaka, she won her second match in the China Open. She's been struggling. Glad to see that she got that done. But that ain't what I want to talk to you about. I mean, that's one thing that's on my mind. You know, there's a lot of things on my mind, but that ain't what I want to talk to you about. I also see where Diddy got his problems. You know, Suge talking about Suge. Somebody might want to hurt him up in there. You know, and brother knows he needed to conduct himself in a different way, but that ain't what I want to talk about. That's a distraction. You know, we've got to be dealing with the pie, how it's going to be distributed, where we going to play it, how we going to get it in a position to use it, or how we going to use the pie that we have. I mean, I want to talk to you about that. I mean, but I can't help but see these other things going on. I mean, even that Jackson girl got the nerve to, Janet got the nerve to talk about that Kamala is not black. Question, you know, her history, yeah, her history. Yeah, she African, she just as much African as she is. As Janice is. Yeah. But D.L. Hughley said he said that Janet has the nerve to question somebody's blackness through her white nose. Y'all know she had, you know, she had surgery to change her nose because she didn't like her nose. Just like Mike, they didn't, and very good looking people, but they didn't want that African look. They wanted that European look. So they made the nose look like a dog's beak. But DL says she got the nerve to question Kamala's blackness when she done behave like that. But that ain't what I want to talk to y'all about. Y'all buckle up. I'm gonna talk to you. And here we go. Welcome. For those who don't know, this is Elder Emoja Ajabu, your host for A Job Who Speaks. This program is dedicated to stripping the clothes off of well-dressed lies, and there's a bunch of well-dressed lies running around here, and we're going to strip the clothes up off of them, so they're going to be running around here butt naked, but we'll know the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. You know, as the elder, and I have become the elder, I go into a lot of positions or a lot of situations, whereas I'm the oldest person in the room, and as the elder, there's a responsibility that comes with that says that you got to share with the youth and the youngers the experience that you have, so they know how that they're connected in the things that's flowing on, and I want to do that. Looking at a situation in Mississippi with some police officers that call themselves the Goon Squad. There's been some developments in there, and I want to go into that. And then I also want to go into how they allowed Marcellus Williams in Missouri to be executed. Oh Lord! But all of this is going to be shown to come from that continued white male thinking that bought in slavery, and then in light of that, on top of that, with the death of Marcellus, the assassination, the murder of Marcellus. I want to talk about the development in the second attempt on Duck's life, and the appointment that Eileen Cannon will be the judge over that case that has been filed against the white male that tried to assassinate him, or that they allege tried to assassinate him. There's some strange stuff going on in that. But let me get into this situation in Mississippi. There was some police officers that called themselves the Goon Squad that were notified by a white woman that there was some black men over to a white woman's house. And in Mississippi, if you got black men over to a white woman's house, then that's strange and something that we don't tolerate. And so she called the police, who responded, went over there, found the brothers in the white woman's house, invited. They ain't broke in or nothing. Invited, in fact, live there, but the police didn't like that, and so they threatened the brothers, beat the brothers up, took a sex toy and beat them up with that, and even had the nerve to stick the gun in Michael Jenkins' mouth and pull the trigger. And they call themselves the Goon Squad because that is what they do. That's what they've been doing. That's part of the culture of the Rankin County Police Department there in Rankin County, Mississippi. But Malik Zulu Shabazz and Trent Walker filed suit and have pressured the Department of Justice to look at how Rankin County is conducting business there in Rankin County and calling it justice. How are they applying the law? And it looks like that they're applying the law in a derogatory way concerning Africans that live there, you and me that live there, and to the degree that they have been letting this Goon Squad go through the city and torment people because they don't want racist mingling, and shot Eddie and them. And so the Justice Department is saying that they're going to look into that. That's a positive development, and Brother Malik and Trent should be looked at in a favorable light because of that. And in light of that, we're going to actually look to have Malik Zulu Shabazz, who is the lead attorney on that case, to come through here to Indianapolis and to hold a conference on police action shootings and police behavior that's going on in the nation, because it's all over the nation. It just ain't in Mississippi. We got police shooting people right here in Indianapolis, and so we're going to invite him in to give us a national view of how that thing is rolling out. Stay tuned. But see, when you look at Eddie Parker and Michael Jenkins, and Michael was the one that got shot in the mouth, they survived. I mean, even with the tragedy and what they've gone through, I mean, they have survived mentally. I mean, physically, but I'm sure mentally there's a portion of them that died that said, how in the hell did my life give me this experience? I'm sure, but when you talk about Marcellus Williams, not only did his mental self die, his physical self died. The state of Missouri executed Marcellus Williams. It was a legally sanctioned murder. As the Washington Post put it, he was convicted of a 1998 murder that he said he did not commit. The evidence suggested that Williams should not have met his end this way. Even the St. Louis County Prosecutor's Office, which originally secured the death sentence, did not want that sentence to be carried out. They didn't want Marcellus to be executed because they knew that they had messed up. As journalist Madiba Denny put it, the bloody footprints from the crime scene did not match Marcellus's shoes. The fibers didn't match his clothes. The hairs didn't match the hair on his body. Why are you killing this man when the evidence shows that he is not the man that carried out this murder on that journalist there in Missouri? Why do you want to kill him in order to understand it? You got to look at the dynamics. You got an African man and a dead white woman, and they look like they just said that somebody got to pay. Williams' fate was tangled up in a mess of mistakes and legalisms that obscured what should have been obvious. He died because the people who could and should have prevented his death, each for their own reasons, chose to look the other way. And then just not looking the other way in Missouri, but my goal is to make you look at, or to help you to look at, to share the ways that you are seeing what's going on. However, we do know that since 1993, at least 200 people who had been wrongly convicted and sentenced to death in the U.S. have been exonerated. So we know that they're putting innocent people on death row. But the point that's to be made here is Marcellus was an innocent man, but yet and still the system chose to kill him. There is no constitutional barrier to executing the innocent. Now listen to that. In the ultimate law of this country, it says that in its justice system, if they found out that you're innocent, it's still all right to kill you. What kind of thinking is that? That's that white male thinking. That's that founding fathers thinking. That's that white male thinking that brought in slavery and legalized it. And it has to change. They let the Missouri do the grisly deed in spite of the fact, as a report on the Supreme Court's blog put it, Justices Sonia Sotomayor, Alina Kagan, and Ketanji Brown Jackson indicated they would have put his execution on hold because of that none of those are white males. Sonia Sotomayor, Alina Kagan, and Ketanji Brown, none of them are white males, so they're thinking differently than these white males that have brought us slavery, and now they're trying to bring us to make America great again, to bring all that stuff back. No, we need to digest and divest from that white male thinking. And here's another white male. In addition, the governor of Missouri, Mike Parson, a Republican, refused to stop the execution. He could have granted clemency knowing that the state was getting ready to kill an innocent man. That white male thinking, I'm telling y'all, I'm unbossed and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. And the truth is that following the playbook popularized at the national level by former President Trump and his MAGA followers, with whom Parson has frequently found common cause. He's a MAGA guy. He hang out with Trump, or he support Trump. He wants to help lengthen the legacy that has come from the enslavement of African people and the theft of America. He wants to further that legacy. The governor, look, attacked the media. He does what Trump does. And instead of saving the man's life, he wanted to attack the media for bringing it up that he should have saved the man's life. Listen at it. I also wanted to add how deeply disturbed we've been about how this case has been covered. Don't want the people to know. I would just implore the media to do their due diligence and not rely on the sole claims of individuals who have a personal or monetary stake in this case. It's the media's fault. People who want to get paid because innocent man's life has been taken away from him. They're telling you that the innocent man should not be executed, and because you're taking his life from him, he should be compensated. The governor is telling the media, don't listen to them. They're going to tell you something that you don't want to hear, or that I don't want people to hear. Listen to me. I'm telling you that even though the man that we have arrested for killing that journalist did not kill her, we must go on with the execution because we got a white woman dead here. Somebody got to pay. And so don't, he's counseling the media, don't let people who want fairness to prevail get in the way. But what gets me is again that Supreme Court is appointed by Duck. You know Duck. If it walk like a duck, look like a duck, quack like a duck, you got a Donald. Oh, Duck. So I'm talking about Duck. And see, that white male thinking, it always has an element of pain in it. That if you don't do what I want done, or don't work out like I want it to work out, this is white male thinking, then somebody got to get hurt. And you're seeing that play out in this election, because the Secret Service that is supposed to be guarding Duck is steadily not doing the job efficiently. And it looks like from the evidence that even though they know how to do it, and they're doing it for everybody else, They just ain't doing it for Duck. For some reason, they can't get it right with Duck. And people are afraid to say that it's not incompetence, it's on purpose. The Supreme Court, and you got to put it in this context. The Supreme Court told Duck that if he's the president, then he will be able to kill a political enemy using SEAL Team 6, and he could not be held accountable criminally because he is the president. Well, he has called Biden an enemy. So in essence, Duck is telling Biden that if I get into the president's office, I might send SEAL Team 6 after you. Biden is saying, look, man, I'm already the president. You're talking about getting in the position to shoot. You want to use SEAL Team 6. Look, I'm in the position. I'm going to shoot with the Secret Service. I control your security. I'll make sure your security is not well enough to where it's that they can take pop shots at you. I'm telling y'all, I'm unbought. I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. And now we got a second attempt where John Henry Mack, that ain't his name, what's his name? Rouse, something. He done laid out on the perimeter of the fence of Duck's golf course for several days. It looked like on many occasions, but on the occasion of July 13th, he done been there all morning casing, they say, waiting for Duck to come to the next hole so he can get off a good shot. And for some reason, he was there, but while he's there, the Secret Service says that he's there. He's sticking a gun through the fence. I'ma shoot, and start shooting. He run off. They catch him on the highway, arrest him, and then after they arrest him and charge him, they find out that he done left a box with an associate, and he left this box months ago, and in this box there's a letter, and in the letter it states that he was sorry that he was not successful in carrying out the mission, and so it's on the world to carry out the caper to kill Duck, and if somebody does it, he got $150,000 to give to them. Now this dude broke his Job's turkey, and he talking about he gonna give somebody 150 grand, but they acting like, you know, it's credible. I'm not trying to tell you what to think, but I'm trying to help you on how to think. You got to process this stuff. You just can't take this stuff on face value. It don't make no sense. And even if I go further, when they look at the letter, he done gave it to supposedly this person, who they won't tell us who this person is. He done supposedly gave this box to this person months ago, and he done spoke about how he done failed to accomplish the mission. So you knew that you was going to fail to accomplish the mission before you even went out on the mission. That implies that it was a setup. That you had already done talked to the Secret Service. Y'all knew what was going to go on. This was going to be the cover story for the missed shot that happened on the first shot. And look, if you do right, you might save your life. We had to kill the other dude because he actually shot. But you just the cover story. And he don't probably know what part he's playing in it, but they got the story. But again, Does it make sense that somebody would write a letter months before they tried to assassinate a former president and talk about how they had failed, and because they had failed, somebody else had to do it, and if somebody else gets it done, then he's going to come up with $150,000 and he ain't got 150 pennies. Does that make sense? It makes no sense at all. And now, as the story keeps developing, the case against the cat that tried, they say, to assassinate Duck. He went duck hunting on the golf course and got caught. Now it looks like that case is going to be adjudicated by Eileen Cannon, who is set to oversee the apparent Trump assassination attempt case in Florida. Ryan Roth, that's the guy's name, has been charged in the case. Law enforcement officials work at the crime scene outside of Trump's International Golf Course in West Palm Beach, Florida on September the 16th, 2024. The federal judge who presided over and threw out the criminally classified documents case the Justice Department brought against Donald Trump is now set to oversee the case into the latest apparent assassination attempt against the former president. You talking about irony. Sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. The federal judge, Eileen, who presided over and threw out the case, U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, it's been appointed over the case. Now, what's that do? That puts her in a position to uncover the conspiracy or the actual story behind this. How? Now if she's with Trump, then that means that if what I'm saying is true, and I believe it's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. Boy, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through all of this, but this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get through all of it, because what you can do is you can tune in to my website, and I will finish the story there. Because there's more to be said about this debacle that's going on with the random appointment, I might add, of Eileen Cannon into Trump's case, because it puts her in a position, and I can't finish this. I can't get this all the way done. Not on this. So I am going to advise you to go to my website to hear the rest of this, and that website is at www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Let me say it again. www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Go there and you can hear the rest of what I got to say about Eileen and her appointment. This program comes on every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. on the FM dial in Indianapolis, Indiana at 91.9 FM. 91.9 FM, right there on the FM dial. But if you're not here in Indianapolis and you want to catch it anywhere in the world, we stream live. And we stream live at www.919witt.org. Let me say that one more time. We stream live every Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time at www.919witt.org. I'm going to say it one more time. www.919witt.org. This program is dedicated to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. And see, I could have talked about that situation that's going on in the Sahel too, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that, but I'm going to finish talking about this analysis of how this case of the second attempt of duck has been put in Eileen Cannon's case, and she's his appointee, and she shows that she is favorable toward him, it looks like that she is going to be in a position to help determine clearly what went on. But that is oh boy, it's going to cause such conflict in this country, such conflict. And we got to understand where we're going to be in this conflict and how to work our way through this conflict. I mean, there's no problem with the ocean being in turmoil if you know how to ride the waves. And so we're going to have to talk about how to ride the waves and how its own people who do not want to go back, who wants to move away from that traditional white male thinking that will let people shoot people in the mouth and then resist instead of going and settling with the people. And I'm talking about the Goon squad. They know that they're wrong. Settle with them people. Don't be playing, trying to get out of it. And likewise, I don't know what you're going to do in Missouri. You can't bring Marcellus back. But you can actually compensate his people for his lost life. Let's think about another way of justice besides harming someone. Unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. One question, and you know what it is. You ready? But when you talk about now I can go on, I got the radio out of the way. When you talk about the appointment of Eileen as the judge in Trump's second assassination tape, Eileen Cannon, see, she's going to be able to uncover this madness. and it looks like a conspiracy. How dude done wrote a letter months before talking about his failure. You plan to fail? That means it was a con game. And if you plan to fail, who did you plan with? Who did you need in order to be successful? The Secret Service. And again, y'all don't want to accept, people be wanting to say that, well, no, Duck is the one that organized those attempts on his life. That don't make sense. Now, in the second one, you can make it make more sense than the first one, but even the second one don't make sense because he's not getting any benefit out of it. People ain't saying, oh boy, they trying to kill Duck, I need to vote for him. No, it ain't working like that, you know. And then if you are so bent on progress in your political career that you are willing to let somebody fire a bullet within an inch of your brain and increase your ear, I think he's foolish, but I don't think he's that big. I don't think he's that foolish. No, that don't make sense. But now when you're looking at the second one, yeah, I can see him doing that. But the more you look at it, it looks like it points to the Secret Service, because he couldn't have done that without the assistance of the Secret Service, because if the Secret Service was doing this job, they would have perused and cleared the perimeter even before he got on the whole golf course. Somebody would have been there. And if they had cleared the perimeter, which is protocol, if he was looking at the House committee that was investigating, that assassination attempt, on the first one, you see that they said that there is no way that the expertise that was not on display by the Secret Service, that's not proper protocol. That don't happen. And we can see it's not happening with anybody else. It ain't happening with Susan Biden. It ain't happening with Joe. It ain't happening with Kamala. Even though people are shooting at her office out there in Arizona, but the Secret Service ain't guarding that. They guarding her. They don't guard buildings. They guard people and secure buildings that people are in, because they are securing people. And when you look at that situation, the second attempt, it's still a failure on the part of not Social Security, Secret Service. Lord, you know, getting old has its challenges, but it is the role of the Secret Service to make sure that their protectee is protected. And if they were doing their job, and all of the experts says part of the job, and the Secret Service is supposed to be the elite of that community, the expert says part of the job, if you got a protectee, especially one is a former president and is a candidate for president, and he's going to be on a golf course, you sweep that whole perimeter, you clear that whole perimeter before he gets there. You don't do that as he has arrived and as he's negotiating it. You do that whole thing, and then now you might do that in addition to make sure that nothing has been there, but you secure it to make sure that nothing is there. And if they had done that, this dude had camped for Rouse had camped for the shit. He been there 12 hours, man, 12 hours. So I can believe that there is some credence that he had the help of the Secret Service, and this supposed letter that he has written shows that he knew the outcome before he even went in. Eileen Cannon is in a position to unwrap the conspiracy. You've been listening to Elder Emoja Jabu, unbossed, and unafraid. I need your support. Take out a subscription at ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Unbossed and unafraid. You ready?